Hello, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services sales executives, for our video message of the week. All right, this week's message is all about having better communication, better presentations, and the ability to have a better agreement with anybody you speak with, of course, and also have better agreement and alignment on every presentation that you give. All right, let's get started. I have a secret tip for you today, and it's entitled self-discovery. My God, the power in self-discovery. Let me give you an example. If you had a listing that needed to come down in price by $50,000 so it was more aligned with top market, all right, would this be an easy way to get that price reduction? If your seller called you and said, hey, I've been looking at what you've been sending me, and I'd like to lower the price of my house by $50,000 so I'm more aligned with market. Wow, that would be pretty easy and powerful. Why? Well, here's why. One, it's certainly simple price reduction because it wasn't your ultimate idea, it was their idea. Maybe you led them to that, but the seller said, I want to do it. You guys are in agreement. Of course, that makes it simple. So the question is what do we do to make sure we're always more often in agreement? That's what we're here to talk about today. You know, the beautiful thing is why we do this is you don't have to convince anymore. You don't have to sell. Okay, it's not about that. It's about being on the same page, because I'm going to tell you this, if you want me to go along with you and it's my idea, well, what a beautiful thing. We're both aligned, we're in agreement, and we move forward together. Tell you what else it does is when we're in agreement, it certainly makes understanding and executing so much more effective and so much easier, because again, we're moving in the same direction together. Now, how do we do this? All right, how do we do this? How do we make sure that someone we're talking to or presenting to self-discovers? Well, first way, you got to stay curious. You can't come in with all the answers. How am I self-discovering if you're giving me all the answers? You got to let me come up with those answers. How do you do that? You stay curious and ask questions. And I'm not just talking about one question and start thinking about what you're going to say next. Stay curious. Rule of thumb, 80% of the time, they should be doing the talking. 20% of the time, you should be doing the talking. Rule of thumb is worst case is 50-50. But I'll tell you, that is worst case. Let them do the talking. I guarantee you one thing, they believe everything they're saying. So they're in agreement. You just got to make sure that you're asking the questions, okay, in a way that they're clear so it leads them to what you know is in their best interest. Now, here's the other tip along these lines. You're staying curious and you're truly listening. This is not listening but doing something else or moving down another direction. Listen to what they're saying. It will let you know how to effectively ask the next question, because you're not, again, your mind's not wandering. You're on point. You're listening, you're looking, and you're like, okay, I see where they're going. I see what they're thinking. I know the next question I need to ask. And before you know it, you guys will be moving closer and closer and more in agreement. That's a powerful conversation. That's a powerful and fruitful presentation. Look, asking insightful, meaningful, and relevant questions is what it's all about. And the prize that you get is your client or the person you're having the conversation with self-discovers. And when they self-discover what you want them to fully internalize and understand, you win. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.